Assalamu alaikum all. Today I'm going to be talking about purchases that have improved my life as a Muslim. Now, definitely being aware of my money and being frugal is definitely really important. But one thing I really like is this quote from Ramit Sethi, which is spend on the things you love, but cut back mercilessly on the things that you don't. So in this video, I'm actually going to be talking about what do I actually spend my money on and what I think is worth spending my money on. So yeah, I just want to say welcome to Simple Muslim Money, which is all about simple halal investing and personal finance for Muslims. The number one I would say is books and audiobooks. And Ramit Sethi talks about this as well. They are probably the best bang for buck. I've learned so much from books. I've got some amazing books that I've read throughout the years, and I actually go to audiobooks now, whereas before I used to kind of read them on my Kindle. I like the fact that I could just put them on 2x speed, and I can do it when I'm washing the car, washing dishes and things like that, and before you know it, you've gone through like quite a lot of books. Like some of my all-time favorite books are around money are The Millionaire Next Door, The Simple Path to Wealth, but some really good kind of inspirational kind of self-help type books. Definitely David Goggins. He's done a couple of books that are really good. Deep Work by Cal Newport, and also there's a really good book recently done by Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is Be Useful. Fantastic book, really love it. But also books about Islam as well, and about the Sirah of the Prophet and things like that. There's loads of books out there, just about just general things. And I've kind of learned some good stuff. So yeah, the next thing I want to talk about is having a good phone and laptop. I use my phone all the time for emails, for bits of work and stuff like that. Can also be distracted by it as well, but yes, it's really good. Got some really good apps. So I've got iPhone 13 at the moment. It doesn't have to be very latest, but I don't like my phone getting too old before I upgrade it. And same with my laptop as well. I've got good MacBook. I used to have Windows before. I used to have problems with it's constantly getting updated and things like that, and I find with the Mac it just works better. I find it more reliable, and yeah, it's just been helping me be more productive by having a good powerful phone and machine. Definitely helps doing things like YouTube and just other everyday bits and pieces. And I remember when I got my first laptop from Mac, anyway, Apple one, I had it for too long. I should have upgraded it sooner. I was trying to drag it out and just try and squeeze every bit of juice out of it. But then, yeah, it was just taking me too long to do stuff and was getting really annoying. The next thing I really like spending money on is good apps. So this is for the phone and for the Mac. Like some of the apps that I really like that have made my life easier is definitely like iQuran. I read Quran on the phone a lot, so that's really handy. It's just available for you. There's also a free app called Pillars as well, so that's really good. I don't actually pay for that at the moment, but but it's really good for like prayer times and things like that. I also pay for an app called Things, which is like a good to-do list app, and also pay for Day One as well, which is like a journaling app. And I've also paid for an app called Forest, which is like helps you sort of focus. That's really good as well. And you do have to be careful as well. Sometimes I have apps that I've heard good reviews about, but they haven't kind of really worked out for me. So kind of I think it's really important just to find what works for you as well, and different things work for different people. The next thing I want to talk about is home exercise equipment. I mean, this is fantastic. I've mentioned in the previous video that I don't pay for gym membership, and just in terms of going to the gym, that takes time, getting changed, all of that sort of stuff. And also the equipment is like busy, especially if you get at peak times like in the evening. So I started just buying stuff at home and it works fantastic. I've got like chin-up bar, kettlebells, I've got a rowing machine. I spent a lot of time just thinking about getting a rowing machine. I wasn't sure, is it going to be a good investment? But yeah, actually, and it's really good. I pretty much use it every day, like even if it's just for a few minutes. And the chin-up bar, whenever I'm walking past, I'll just jump on it and do stuff. So like even just doing 10-15 minutes a day, whereas if I had to wait to go to the gym, I probably wouldn't have done something on that particular day. So yeah, definitely fantastic thing to do. Next thing I would say is just YouTube equipment, like filming this video, buying camera, lights and stuff like that. This could potentially be a fantastic return on investment. If this channel can grow, I could potentially make like some good money from it as well. But yeah, that's something I definitely believe is a good investment. And also potentially I can meet other people and make good connections and stuff like that. And yeah, it's always great to meet other people, potentially other YouTubers, and learning about YouTube and stuff like that. So if you're someone that's ever been interested in YouTube or anything like that, I definitely recommend going through it. You just never know what can happen. I mean, the possibilities are amazing. That's quite exciting as well. Next thing I want to talk about is outsourcing as well. So to help me with my videos and editing and scheduling them and all that sort of stuff, I have a virtual assistant that I work with in the Philippines, and she's been great and kind of really helps me kind of get these videos out there as well. I've got like a family, I've got a kid with special needs as well, and then things just get like really busy, and this has been really good. And by outsourcing to the Philippines, it's a lot cheaper, and it's been like really helpful. And I probably wouldn't have been able to do that if I was trying to do that with someone in the UK. And I hope that the channel at some point will earn like more money. And when I get more money, I'll definitely invest it and kind of get more hours from the VA and try and get more stuff and try and expand the channel. The next one I want to talk about is just having chai and a meal with friends as well. Now, this is something I thought, I want to save money. I don't want to be spending too much money going out and stuff like that. But there's a really good podcast I listen to by Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, and I really like his stuff and follow his stuff. And yeah, he was talking in one of his videos that especially men, when they get to the age from like 30 to like 42, 45, they don't go out and socialize as much. And yeah, he was saying how like that can make like a really big difference. And I totally agree. Whenever I go out, fortunately, I've met some friends, and yeah, as I get older, it's definitely been harder, like making friends and things like that. But I've met some friends, especially some dads of other special needs kids, and yeah, it's been really good just going out, having a laugh, and having a chai or having a bit of a meal. And definitely, I feel like it's definitely worth that investment. And although I'm careful, I don't want to buy coffee and things like that every day and spend money on things like that. I think it's definitely worth money just going out there and having that in person, face to face kind of meeting is so amazing, so different from like doing something online. I definitely recommend it. It just really helps with stress and my well-being, which is like super important. Next thing I want to talk about is having a good accountant. So I have to have accountants done for the business, so I have all my YouTube stuff and everything like that into a business, and yeah, that can be like stressful trying to deal with it, getting all the accounts and everything like that together. So having a good accountant helps. So I've had my account for like a long time, and yeah, she's great, and yeah, it just kind of helps in terms of like reducing stress and stuff. It's something I don't really want to think about. I want to spend energy on other things, which is trying to grow this channel, spend with times with family, work, and other stuff like that. Next thing I want to talk about is family holidays. Now I'm really fortunate, we've been able to go on a few family holidays, and what we do recently is like we've been going to France. We sort of drive over, we spend time there. It's really nice, get to go to the beach and stuff like that. There's halal food available everywhere. I do recommend like people go there. There's a lot of Muslims in France as well, and yeah, it's just amazing just to have that time away, just you, your family, just spending time with each other. There's no distractions. It just feels great. Really absolutely love it. I definitely value spending money on that. Next thing I want to talk about is cooking as well. I actually really like cooking, and I like cooking things like that. If I've gone out somewhere or gone on holiday and I've had something, then I like going home and then looking up, see how complicated, how hard it is to cook that thing. And if it doesn't seem too difficult, then I can give it a try. That's if my wife allows me to the kitchen. She really hates me making a mess and stuff like that, but nevertheless I do get opportunities to do it. And one of the things I'll talk about is like a beef rendang curry. I've made one recently, and it actually came out really good, like better than I think in any restaurant, to be honest with you. So the meat was a bit tough, but that's something I could work on. Another thing is kunafa, which is like this dessert from Turkey and sort of the Arab sort of countries. Really nice. I loved it when I had it out in Turkey, and I just kind of looked at what's involved to make it. I found actually it's pretty easy to make, and it just came out really nice. I absolutely love it. So that's another thing that I like making, and it's just so fun, like cooking, and especially getting people over. Like it could be like such a nice cheap way to socialize and cook something, and then getting people to like eat your food and like enjoying it. It's like fantastic. I really love that. Really makes me feel great, and it's really relaxing as well. Like I like the fact of going through the recipe and things like that. And I remember Seth Godin, like he talks about that as well, who's written a lot of books about business and things like that. And it's fantastic. The next one I want to talk about is language learning as well. So something I'm really interested in, something that I really want to do. With us going to France, I'm trying to kind of learn French at the moment. And so, I just want to kind of work on that and keep learning. And I found out some really fun ways to learn the language. I like just going through a book and doing things like that. And like, trying to memorize long lists of words and stuff was like really like difficult. But there's much fun ways to learn languages, which is like watching TV shows and things like that, or using the app like Duolingo. I have another channel where I kind of talk about language learning, just because it's just like a hobby and something that I really want to kind of get better at doing. And it's quite cheap as well. Like I use an online tutor from this website called Preply. It's quite cheap, and like books are quite cheap. You buy a book, it will last you for ages. And it's a really good fun thing to do. Like if you can't speak a language, then kind of speak to someone else and make that connection. But I just want to say thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, as it really helps. Assalamu alaikum.